Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand 64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Friday afternoon. It is a little past 3:01, and that can only mean that it is time for Buffooncraft Season 4. Yeah, you heard that right. All right. Allow me to explain myself here briefly. Before we get into that too much, let's switch over to the display scene right there. Hey there. Now, behold. Yeah. We're definitely in Buffooncraft Season 4. What is going on? What is this sorcery? Okay, so Buffooncraft Season 4 has ended. It ended last week, and I tried to put this lightning effect on the hand and ran out of time. That wasn't part of my original plan for the build. I just wanted to do the disc under the water and the hand. And at the last moment, I figured, all right, let's try to put this lightning effect on. And I succeeded in the horizontal plane, but when I got to the angled planes at the 60 and 120 plane, wow, that just turned out to be so hard to do. So I did figure out a way to do it, but the season ended before I could really fully implement it. And so what I did is I asked Nova and said, hey, look, we're not ready to do the world download yet, and Season 5 hasn't begun yet. So could I please have a copy of the Season 4 map? And so he sent me over the Season 4 map. I loaded it up on Generations. So yeah, we're on the Generations server, actually. And I plan on finishing this here on the Generations server in the Buffooncraft Season 4 map, and then offer it back to the Buffoon Primes and see if they want to use it for the world download, if I can finish it before they're ready for the world download. They may not be interested in using that. I'm not sure. But I want to finish this build. I really do. And I have a plan. I now have a plan, which I did not have before. Okay, so I would like to welcome in our friend and co-streamer, the mighty Kumakwa. I would ask how you're doing today, sir, but of course we all know, fantastically mediocre. So here we are. So what my plan is to show you a little bit and to do a little bit of building and rebuilding and fixing a few things and show you my plan and stuff. And then I will build throughout the rest of this week. And next Friday is when I should be finished with this. And that will be my official last Season 4 day. There he is. Fantastically mediocre. All right. So let's do this, because it's hard to build. It's hard for me to build with shaders on. Shaders look really, really cool. Actually, you know, let's put the shaders back on for just a moment. Let's get back out of here like this. Let's get over here like that, and let's show you what I did here, and we'll start to explain a few things. So I did the lightning effect in the horizontal plane here on both sides. This was pretty easy to do, actually. I banged this out quite quickly. I came up with a pattern. I applied it to this side of this horizontal arc, and then I just took that and mirrored that over and did the same thing over on this side. So this plane was very, very easy to build. This went up quick. Oof. Ouch. There we go. So that went up pretty quick. I was able to finish the horizontal plane in time. Now I started the 60-degree plane, and that's when I ran into a lot of trouble. Shut Mountain! Our fellow buffoon. Excuse me, let me adjust my glasses here. Here we go. How are you, sir? How's everybody doing over there in Maryland at BuffoonCon 2023? For those of you who may not be aware, Very many of the buffoons right now are all gathered over in Maryland in the U.S. having their Buffooncon. I'm a little bit worried, a little bit concerned about having so many buffoons in one place. I hope everything's going to be okay. But no, they're having an excellent time over there. They've been sending back pics and stuff. We have some of the Canadian buffoons over there, some of the American buffoons over there, and some of the Euro buffoons are over there too, as a matter of fact. So it's very, very, very cool. You ain't done with that yet. Thunder, you still working on that? Yeah, I am. This is, after all, the hardest thing I've ever built in Minecraft. I've never built anything this hard before. And I was going to just strip all of this away and just leave the glass arc paths in place and tear down the guides and the scaffolding and just submit it like that. But I did end up figuring out a way to deal with this. So the problem I was having was the stuff I did in the horizontal plane is trying to project that into the 60-degree plane. That was not working well. My first thought was just spam the blocks, get a decent shape and everything on there, and it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. I got into some features like right around here and here, and it just started looking all blobby and crappy. And then one of the problems with spamming blocks in that is it's very difficult to step away from it far enough away because it's so big. And spam some blocks, get a shape, and then step back and look at it, and then jump back on it, make some adjustments, step back and look at it. It's just, wow, that just takes so long doing it that way that it's just not worth it. It certainly wasn't able to make the deadline. We're actually heading back to the house from DC and a Smithsonian crawl. Yeah, I saw some pics this morning when I logged on there. Cool. And so I was having problems projecting that. That's what the deal was. And coming up with just a nice system where I didn't have to think about it. I could just drop the blocks in place and just build at a good pace and everything. Like I said, the horizontal plane went very, very fast. And I knew the angled planes were going to be difficult. They were going to be slower, but it's nearly impossible just trying to spam blocks like that to get it to look decent. It just looks goofy and weird. It just looks like frog poop blobs on the glass, and it didn't look good at all. So, and then I'm trying to fix it and try to fix it and trying to fix it, and it's just, it's not a good way to do it. A good way to do it is to just stop, plan it out, map it out, get a plan, get a map of where the blocks are, and then just install the blocks. So, and that's what I wound up doing. So let's do a little bit of sleeping. I'm not going to sleep right away, though, because this thing glowing at nighttime looks so cool. Especially when you get down right around here and you're looking at it from below. Like that. That looks so cool. Now you can imagine these flares in the two other planes, and that's what we're going for. It's just so good. But it's so difficult to do. So that's my plan. Just finish this up. And then next Friday is one more Buffooncraft stream for me anyway. And that's when I will log off and then see if the Prime Buffoons will want to use this map for the download or not. So let's temporarily log off, and I'll show you a little bit of the methodology, although this is going to hurt some of your brains, but a little brain hurt. That's how you get stronger, right? Do a little bit of damage, it heals up, and then you're a little stronger than before. Let's do... Where's my Affinity Designer? Right here. And let me open up this. I think it's that one. Here we go. All right, let me switch the display here. Let me see. This will be display 2. There we go. Okay, so you may be able to make some sort of sense of this. But here's the arc in the horizontal plane, right? And so I just mapped out where this is going to wind up occurring, right? And then if you zoom up, I just placed the blocks right on here first. It's just faster to place it here than it is to place it in the actual game, and then just map it out here where you're going to want to put it, and then in the game just follow this pattern, and it's pretty quick. I then wound up taking this image and then just flipping it on the horizontal axis to get the other side, right? So that was extremely easy. Then I had to try to project it. I had to try to project it into the 60-degree plane, and this is where we ran into some problems. This is where we ran into some problems, people. Let me see. What do I want to do with this? Let's do this. I'm setting this up for you so you guys can see this. Just give me a moment. Be patient. We should be good there. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. All right, and let's flip that back on. And let's go back over to display 2 like this. Okay, so here you can see this is you can see the horizontal arc. It comes right out to the circle and whatnot. But when we plot out the angled arc, right, this is the 60-degree arc right here, the top 60-degree arc. You can see that it doesn't quite extend out to the edge. That's because you've got this thing going on where you've got the horizontal plane, and then you've got the 60-degree plane like this, and then if you drop a straight line in, it doesn't come right out to the edge, right? And so one of the problems I was having, I was thinking, I'll just copy this, and then I will just map it right over to this, and then I'll try to adjust things. But then when I was doing that, number one, the flares were way too big in that 60-degree plane. And the other thing is you start niggling around with blocks again. And you start like, I'll put some blocks here. Should I fill this in? Should I take these blocks away? Should I put these blocks? And it's just, you wind up niggling with blocks, and it just takes too long. No, that's not the way to go. So what I did is I did a little geometry. Now, it's just high school geometry. It's not that bad, right? But we're dealing with 60-degree and 120 degrees, which is just 60 flipped on the other side, planes here versus a horizontal plane, right? And so I'll show you a little bit of this without getting too much into it, hopefully. And hopefully this draws well enough on my whiteboard like this. Okay, so if you have two blocks like this in the horizontal plane, and you want to project them up at a 60-degree angle, so you wind up projecting them at a 60-degree angle, you get something like this, right? Here's 30 here. There's 60 like that. All right. What winds up happening is, now we can't place blocks at a 60-degree angle, right? So what winds up happening is you wind up getting this kind of situation. Like that, okay, on the 45s, because Minecraft, we can only place things in 90 degrees relations with each other, right? And so what happens, though, is since the side relationships of this triangle, the hypotenuse is maybe 2 units, the base is 1 unit. This winds up being root 3 on the height when you're looking at it from that point of view. And so it winds up being too short, right? And it winds up being about 1.7, which is 1.7013 is square root of 3, I think. And so it winds up being squashed by a factor of root 3. And so when you're trying to project from that horizontal plane onto that angled plane, you get that distortion. And that distortion is what your brain is struggling with, trying to push those blocks around to get the same kinds of shapes that look decent, right? When you start doing that, they just look like blobs of crap, right, on there. And so so I needed a way to scale that. So what I wound up doing was, again, I projected the horizontal plane onto the angled plane here. And then I just took it and I squashed it. I compressed it by a factor of root 3, right? Now, I didn't have to do any math for that. All I had to do was make my registration marks and everything, and then just take the image, group it all together, and then just do a scale, right, in that vertical axis, right? And I just scaled it so they touched, right? And that gives you the same effect. So what winds up happening now is... is you wind up now, and I'll zoom up with this. Now you wind up taking that same image before that looked like this in the horizontal plane, and now you scale it down and you squash it evenly from both directions, equally from both directions, and it scales it like that. As long as that's what this bounding rectangle is. And it allows me to take that image and make up for that root 3 distortion, right? Root 3 factor distortion like that. And so I get the same kind of image. But now if you zoom up into the grid, you can see you have blocks that aren't full blocks now. They're about 7/10 now of a full block. And so we don't have frog lights that are 7/10 of a full block. So what do? So now you take this image like this, and over it, you place full blocks. You try to approximate that the best you can with full blocks now, like this. And so, and it doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's a heck of a lot better. And it's surprisingly effective in scaling that and projecting that onto that plane. And so now we don't have to think now. We don't have to niggle with blocks. We don't have to do anything. We just took that image, projected it on there, estimated it the best we could with full blocks, and now we have a nice schematic here that we can use. We can just, we don't have to think about niggling around with blocks or anything. We just place blocks and we're good. We can just build. Now, this is just one of 4 of those angled arcs, but we don't have to do this for the other 3 now. We can just take this one and we can flip the image to get the bottom part of this arc, and then we can flip it this way and then flip it that way to get the other 2 arcs. All of the hard work is done. Now it's just placing blocks. But we do have to adjust the blocks that we tried to place in there before because they look kind of crappy. Kai and Flying say hi. Hello, buffoons at Buffooncon. So I've been basically tinkering with this for the last couple of days. So, but now I got a little time left, and now we can put this to work. We can put this to the test. But things should cruise from here on out. Now, this stream will be a bit of a test of that. So, I know I didn't do quite a proper job of explaining that, but if you would need to recall your high school geometry for 30, 60, 90 triangles. And their side ratios, 1 to root 3. But that is so helpful. And the thing is, it just dawned on me to do that scaling technique yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday? One or 2 days ago. It just dawned on me to do that, and that being the easiest way to do this, I'm thinking. So, let's see. Let's gear up. This is so weird. Being in Buffooncraft on Generations, it's so strange. Let's gear up with some dirt. And I don't think we need any woolly bits. You know, I got to say thanks to Shut Mountain for all of the frog lights. We have way more than enough frog lights that we're ever going to need. So we should be all set for a while. We're going to need some food too. Food, right. Where am I? What am I doing? There we go. This is so weird. Thunderhand is the last buffoon. Let me see. I'm on the wrong display. Let me flip over to that. There we go. All right. Yeah. So I'm running around resupplying and stuff like that. Let's see. I think I'm good here. Let's keep those over there because that helps us get around. All right. We may have to remove some of that stuff up there. So let's see how I wound up doing. All right, so let me get my diagram up. You guys have already seen it, but I need to zoom up on it so I can do this piece by piece. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's see. From here, like that. And I think this goes over here like this. There we go. And some of these I'm thinking, you know, it's probably just as well, it's just faster. And instead of trying to edit the ones that are already up here, you know, again, that's more niggling like that. It's just not worth it, you guys. It's just not. It's just faster just to rip it out and just do it from the beginning, right? So we'll do it piece by piece like this. I think that'll be the easiest way. Try to lose as few frog lights as possible. We have shulkers, several shulkers of frog lights, but you know, if we have to AFK, that's definitely going to slow us down. Now, I've used the multi-MC launcher from Minecraft, and it's really cool because what I wound up doing was just copying my instance for Buffooncraft, the Buffooncraft Season 4 server, and then making, just relabeling it Generations and changing the IP, and then making sure that the files on my Generations server were the same, which they were. Remember, this is still 1.19.4. And then I could just launch with, I had to do very, very little niggling with server files and things like that, and fabric mod files and stuff like that. Very, very little. Super cool. You can just copy the instance over and then just use that and just relabel it, swap up the IP, look in the server and make sure the server files are up to date, and it's all set to go. So super, super cool. That went really, really fast. Like that. Actually, see, a lot of this happens in survival. So much falling. One of the reasons why I built over water for this. That's why Nova famously has more deaths for falling than me or some of the other buffoons, because I built over water, so I'm almost always safe. 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So we'll take that one out. And then on this side, got a lot. Whew, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm actually trying to do 2 of these at the same time, which is not a good idea. Should just rip these out. So I wanted to actually strip out this whole arc before I started, but I just didn't have time this morning. This morning was pretty stressful driving this morning. Ugh. Crazy people out on the freeway. It's like Mrs. Thunderhand and I almost bought the farm like 3 times out there this morning. Had at least 3 very, very close calls. It sucked. Okay, so let me see. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20、21、22. Good. So we're all set there. One of the things I also want to do is I want to flip on Mini HUD. And yes, I did install Mini HUD. Let's do... we can set that up over here. Now, I don't have to put in all of the registration lines in Mini HUD. I only have to put in 1. I just have to adjust it frequently. So we just do this. And this acts like a ruler to help us line up where our blocks are going to be placed in that 60-degree plane. Line, right, set here. And got to remember how to do this. Let's drop it down 1, drop it down 1. This will go to maybe 4. Yes, this one will go to 7. Like this. Let's make sure our transparency is all set. Is it? No, it's not. Let's drop this down. I like to drop that down to right about there. And I think that's Angel. There she is. Woo! Hello, Angel. How are you doing? Hey, Thunder! Oops. On a road trip where cell signal is sketchy. If I miss your hello, sorry. Okay, please, thank you so much for the... And there it is, yes, with Kumakwa. With a wee Kachi laugh redeem. Angel, please drive safely. I mean, I'm very, very happy to see you, and thank you so much for the donation there. But please, just be careful driving. Let me see. I think I'm all set here with the 50. Yes, like this. And then if I do that, good. Okay. So this guide here of the blocks of wool here help us. This kind of lines things up in that 60-degree plane. So one of the tricks that we wind up using here. Right. And so if I get this plane like this, I'm pretty much all set like that. And then if I want to go up to the next one, I just do something like this, and I look on down the line there. There we go. Like this, and it looks like it's going to do this. Figure it's going to go up by 1, and it's going to go east. So in right-hand rule, that's positive. In the X by 1, like that. Right? And so that's that one. And you know what I ought to do is I usually use my spyglass here at this point. It helps me sight things in. I meant writing. I'm being a good noodle, okay? Let's see. So spyglass, I need that for sighting things in. Where is that? That's right here. I do that. And you know what? I don't really need the hatchet on me right now. I'm good. Let's head on up to here. Let's do a little bit of sleeping. There we go. I should really switch over to the camera spectacles here. There we go. That's a little better. Now I can read the chat a little bit better as well. Great. So my goal for the stream here is to at least get one of these arcs finished. This particular one here, because I want to see how well I wound up dealing with the distortion. So let's take a look down there. Okay, that's lined up. So the next one should go right on top of this one. Right, and it should extend out by one block. So we can go like this. We can go like that. Then how many across am I doing here? 17, right? So good there. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20、21、22、23、24、25、26、27、28、29、30、31、32、33、34、35、36、37、38、39、40、41、42、43、44、45、46、47、48、49、50、51、52、53、54、55、56、57、58、59、60、61、62、63、64、65、66、67、68、 69, 70, right? So right there. All right, so that's that one. And let me see. This should wind up being double, so we need another row behind it. Let us do this. Like that. And this one we double up. Great. And then let me see. The next one goes above that. $14 for this one. And this one's going to start right about here. No, actually, it's going to come out one more. It's going to start there. Like that. Okay, that's good. Yes, liking the way that is looking. So we should be 3 rows high right now. Yes, okay, and then this one, let's find out where it's going to go from here. That was here. We need to cross over one like that. So this, ouch! Hands, please don't do that again. It's going to come out 2 like that, and then over this way. Yes. All right. There we go. So we need to go 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13 right there. Like that. That's row number 4. Row number 5. The good thing about this is when we get to a certain point, we don't really have to count anymore. So we did that one, and then this one goes right atop of this one. It only extends out by 1, like that. And it looks like 7. Like that. Great. Now, let me see, what plane is the next one going to be in? It's going to cross over like that. It's going to do that kind of a thing. And this looks like 5 of these. Like that. Right, and then we have only to do these. This only extends out by one like this. And let me see, what plane is this one going to be in? I think it's going to be like that. The cool thing about this is, though, it's not going to go all the way up to there. It's only going to go up to here because, like I said, I scaled it down. But let's bring this on up. It's going to have to come up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. And it's going to have to come over by 1, 2, 3. Got it. So let's do this. Let's just move our ruler over a little bit just to check for registration. Like that, and then it's going to have to come over here. Like this. And I think we're 1 too high, right? No, we're good. That's right where that's supposed to be, actually. Okay, good. Then we just go 1, 2 like this, and we're done. And that's it. Okay, so this first flare has been finished. First flare finished. Just like that. Okay, now here's one of the main problems I was having, was trying to then come out here and having a look. So you can see why this took so long the other way, because I would have to place a few blocks and fly out here, look, go back, no, niggle, do some adjustments, fly back, look, no, not quite, fly back. It's just not possible to spam blocks like that. Lurk, Kumak was doing the lurk. I appreciate the lurk, sir. Have a fantastically mediocre lurk. Great. Okay, I like the way that came out, so that's fine. Let us now do this kind of a thing. Now, the good thing about this is once you have one of these established, you can use this as a guide for the others. So let me see if I come down off of this now. And I'm over here at my diagram. Like this. I put 2 in there for a spacer. And then I need to go like, let me see. 8 of these. Like that. And for now, I'm thinking we should take out these bottom ones just so they don't get to be distracting. You know, whenever I look at the frog lamps like this, they remind me of cucumbers. It looks like cucumber. Or green onions. And I don't mean the scallions. I mean onions when they're in their green state like that. Let's do that. And let's build up and then we'll build over. So let me see. This begins in the same spot like this, but it's got to come over here like that. There we go. And then how many? We have 2 less over here. Like that. That's good. Right, and then this starts 1 back. And let me see, this starts 1 back and it looks like 6 like that. And then this pretty much does the same thing. Starts at the same point and it looks like 2 like this. And then this starts 1 back over to here like this. And let me see, does that. Okay, we're done. We're done with that one. Now we have to do the bottom bits as well. That's down here. All right, let's work on the bottom part now. If this is here, I need to cross 1, cross 2. So cross 1, cross 2. It's going to go right in here. Now, should this one go in front or not? Let's bring this down. Let's use a ruler here. And then these should go negative. Maybe this should go up by a block, like that. Okay, so this looks like it's only on that block. So that's handy, actually. So it'll go here, this one. Yeah, just like that. So it's nice. It's right there, and that's easy. Let us do this then. Like that. Like that. That's good. Okay, and then under that, let me see. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And this, and then should go 3 and 6 like that. And we should probably do some sleeping so we don't get mobbed by mobs. Yes, you have to sleep, Thunderhand. It's still survival. And here they come. All right. And there he goes. All right, so what I need to do is I need to look at this, and I need to see which is the next level below this. It looks like directly under it, which also makes things easy. It's like 7, actually. Seven like that. And then this looks like it does 2 right about here, but we have to check. That crosses. All right. So it would be right here. And that's good, actually. All right, let me see how that comes off of there. Yes. Just like that. It's very, very easy. And that one's done. I like it. I like the pace at which that is going together. Now, again, these first couple of ones are a little bit on the slow side. As I'm getting this system under my belt here. But one of the things I want to do is on my diagram, I want to be able to mark off which ones I've finished here. Right. That's the one I want. That. And like this. All right, so I finished 2 of these. Maybe I'll do something like that. And then again, I can use this All right, so let's get up here. Let's rip this out. Again, I think it's easier just to remove these than it is to try to modify them. It's just too distracting when you're trying to count blocks and then there are blocks already there and stuff. If I had enough time, I would have removed these before the stream, but... Too many things coming up at the last minute. Very stressful morning. And I'll get this little one out of the way as well here. Now see, I've half a mind to set up at least one of the allays with frog lights here. So when the frog lights drop below, they'll go fetch them for me and put them in a chest. I was thinking about that, but God, they're so hard to manage, you know. If I forget or something and I just fly off, they'll attempt to follow me and I'll lose them again. So... Okay, so we can come off of this one. System's going a little slow here with this. I'm asking a lot of the old BC PC1 here. Let me see. We can do this. Oh wow, we can extend right off of there. Okay, so one. That. Okay, so we can just come right off of this. And is that counting those two, or? Yes. So 1, 2. We'll go 8 like that. Thought I saw something flying up there or something. I don't know. All right. So we're good there. All right, this one starts over and ends one short. Like that. And this is good. As these features get smaller, they're easier to, you don't have to count them as much. This one goes right atop this one. And I think it's 3 like that. Yes. And this goes right atop this one, and it's 2 like that, and then this goes right atop these 2, and it's 2 like that. Great. And this one is done. I believe it is. Oh no, hold on, hold the bus. This. Yes. All right, so this, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And then this should come off and we should have 2, 4, 6 like this. So that, oops, it fell off. See how hard this is to do? Imagine being panicky in a hurry, like 2 days left, 1 day left, or right down to the hours, right? 12 hours left, 8 hours left, you know, and you're struggling to do it. It's just, there's just no way. I'm not saying the Buffoons didn't give me enough time. They gave me lots and lots of time. It's just trying to do this at the last minute is probably a little unrealistic. And I thought I had a 6 count on that. Like that, yes. So this should go over by 4. And it doesn't. Something's a little bit off here. Let's count it up. Okay, that's good. All right. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, that's why. Okay, that goes there. That extends out by 3. That's good. All right, and then this extends from the bottom out by 1. All right, and now I got to see if this lines up or not. Let's take a look at this. I wonder if I could see that from here. I might be able to. Drops down 1, crosses 1, and drops down 1. So here, drops down 1, crosses 1, drops down 1. I want to see what's under this, though. Oh, these 3 are all in the same axis. I think that's what this is showing me right here. Yes. All right, so this looks like... Yep, perfect. I know this seems like it's super tedious and slow, but this is roaring along compared to what I was doing before. All right. And again, yeah, I'm just updating my diagram here to show me which ones that I've finished and which ones that I still need to work on. Let's take down some of this stuff next and get this out of the way. Again, this would also go a lot faster if I did, like I've repeated a few times already, if I did the demolition beforehand, you know, but no time, no time. So I'm thinking I can do maybe one of these arcs a day. Hopefully a little faster too. Maybe I can do 2 of them in a day. Today I'm only going to get one of these done though. But tomorrow might be less stressful, and I may get to spend a little more time on here now that I'm all set up here and ready to go. And I might be able to, finish out 2 arcs on here. Yeah, one of the things is we're not going to be able to see that pattern over there, so we're going to have to keep checking it. But, the other thing is that we can use the glass itself, because the glass itself is on that pattern. So we can use the glass itself as a guide, so we don't really have to keep updating the ruler. But it's good to do that every now and then, just to make sure I haven't placed any of the glass blocks incorrectly. So let's do this, do a little bit of sleeping. And believe it or not, we're almost finished this first half of the arc. We're very close. I know that looks like it's really far down here, but it's really only about maybe 5 of these flares left. Actually about 7 of them, but they're going along pretty quickly. Like this next one should be now pretty easy. All right, let me see. If I'm coming off of there, this extends over like this. Let's do this. See, I want to continually use the one before it as a feature like that. So, like that. Let's do these lower ones first. I'm going to go off here with it like this. And this should be somewhat like that. That's good. All right, and then this one should be pretty straightforward. Like that. Good, and then this one should be like that, and the bottom feature should be down on that. And then there's just one top feature up here that goes like that, and then that one's done. Nice. And I just want to, let's go have a have a butcher. Have a look here. So we did that, and that. Not that bad. Not that bad, people. Not that bad. I like it. I don't like not being able to fly, though. All right, let's climb back up here. So we finished this one. Schwab, moving on. All right, so let's do this. Let's get up here like that, and I have what? Ooh, like this. Sun. Ooh, like that. Oh. Something's a little bit off. Shouldn't be, though. No, we're good. We're good. Like this. Take that, and we put that one like that. Good. Let me see. This one comes down here. I'm probably wasting a lot of dirt doing this away. Like thusly. This is 1, and this is 1, 2, and this is 1, 2, 3, like that. Great. Great! Okay, so this now moves in like this and does this, and we have sun like that. Okay, and these next 3 progress by 1 row like that. Like that, okay. And then let me see, it shifts in and 5 like this, so, and that goes right off of this. That's pretty easy. 5 like that. The next one should go right below it, maybe. Let's see. Go in by 2. We could probably go off of this block here, would probably be better. Let me see. Also, wait. 2, 3, 4, like that, right? And then shifting in like that. And then we should be done. By the way, if any of you were trying to post on our Discord for the self-promotion channel on there, yeah, that I updated the permissions on there, so it should work. There we go. And so there's our Discord. If you haven't joined it, you certainly can. More than welcome to. And if you want to post your going live or whatever for your self-promotion, you can certainly do that on the self-promotion channel on there. And it should be up and running. If there are any problems with it, just DM me, and I'll see about making some more tweaks and see what else I have to change. But it should be good. All right, so we should be all set with this one now. So let's do a little demolition here. Let's also verify that. So you can see, again, this is kind of difficult to get to step back and take a look at this. All right, so let me take a look. Then should have been right, that small feature, and so I've just completed this one. All right, so that's good. Marking that off on my diagram. Wow, come on, really? All right, there we go. Okay, so I want to do a little demolition here to get that stuff out of the way because that's the one we had just finished. So let's do that. This isn't bad, though. I did a pretty good job until I get down to right about there, I feel. Let me get to the ones I just finished here. We just finished this one and this one and this one. All right. So I have to do demo on this one. Or do I? Which one did I just finish? Okay, that's 3 along the bottom. And this is 4 along the bottom. So I think this was the gap. Oh, see, this is still very, very hard to do. Right, so this has the biggest gap between them. That's the one I have to tear down. This one, right? Oof, here. I should just do demo on the rest of these and just take them right out. But not only that, but then I can do some brainless stuff for a little bit so I can interact with you guys a little better. This is really tough stuff to do for a stream. You know, it's one thing if you're just doing some nice mining or something like that and you're just blasting out that kind of stuff. You don't have to think too hard about it. And at a certain point, I'll get that way with this. I just have to strengthen that brain to hand connection there, and then I should be fine. All right, let's take that out. Okay, and we'll take this one out. I think we should do some sleeping, though. There we go. I got to tell you, you know, Shot, I'm very envious that you get to be out there with the other buffoons and stuff. Now, the Thunderhand family, we have our Taiwan trip planned very, very soon. We really only have about one more week in the States. That's next week. And then we're out. We're off. So, again, I'll be gone for 2 weeks. The family will be gone for about a month. They'll come home in August, but I come home before they do. And so I'll be away for about 2 weeks. I'm just wondering how much of the Buffooncraft Season 5 opening I'm going to miss. because we still haven't been given a launch date. You know, I can see Nova working fiercely in M-Create and stuff, and I'm sure he's working on maps and mods and stuff like that for the Season 5 lore and events and stuff like that. I can see him working very, very hard on that. But we still haven't been given a launch date yet, and I'm fine with that. I know you guys, as the viewers, probably want to, well, and the buffoons too, right? You know, we're excited about Season 5, but, you know, if I could get back from my trip, that would be cool, because I'd really like to be there opening day with you guys. If I'm not, you know, I can deal with it, but. I certainly don't want to hold up the works. Like I'm doing right now. Actually, though, this method of using the copy, I just thought about this at the last minute. I'm like, hey, you know, if the world download isn't going to be set up for a certain amount of time, you know, maybe I could just grab a copy and just finish the copy before the world download is made available to the public. And then, so then I contacted Nova, and he said, yeah, sure. Here you go. And even, like I said, if the Prime Buffoons do not wind up using this map for the world download, at least I have the satisfaction of having finished it. And maybe on Generations on our Discord or something, or I'll set up a file share page, and maybe I'll offer this as a like a secondary download, world download, my version of it. And then folks can decide if they want to. If they want to see this thing when it's finished. Because all of the other stuff in this map is completely intact. Everything the Buffoons did on their last days and stuff it's all up to date. The only thing that's being changed or added to is this stuff I'm doing right now. So. Otherwise, it is just as the Buffoons had left it. This does not give me an out for not building fast enough, though. Like, next season, I don't want to be asking Chris for extra time. I don't want to be downloading the map after the season and finishing things. No, I want to finish on time with everybody else. I mean, I get the satisfaction of finishing this build, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of regret for not being done on time. And it's just my personal regret. There's nobody other than Shut Mountain, you know, saying I need to finish this. So, Shut, I'm digging you. You're still working on that Thunderhand. Yeah, hello. It's hard. I'm not going to make any promises, but it is my aim that next season's build is not going to be as difficult as this. That's my plan anyway. But then again, this wasn't my plan either. I hadn't originally planned on putting the lightning effect on the hand, but I did get quite a few requests for it, and I said, yeah, let's try it. Okay, now that the demolition's done, this is a little bit easier to do. Okay, here we go. So how can I gauge this? Let me see. I can do that to get started. And let me see, if I'm doing that, this should go E, like that. And then since I'm up here, I might as well build upward and then downward, right? So, oh, this should should be easy. That was 4. This is 3. This is 2. And then this is 1. So that does that. Uh-oh. Am I out of rockets? Yes, I am. Oh, I hate having to do this kind of stuff. You know, I'd like to at least, like, finish that flare first. Finish that flare first. There's some alliteration for you. And then restock. But, oh well. I guess I'm restocking now, whether I like it or not. Wow, we're down to... we're down to our last stack of rockets, people. So I was hoping I could pretty much stay just in this area until the last few days. But I'm going to have to resupply with a few things here. My biggest concern is that I'm not going to have enough frog lights. And I'm going to have to AFK at the frog light farm. But I don't know. I think I'm actually going to be okay. Let me just check that while I'm here. Yeah. You know, Shot, I may have to go over to the Froglight farm, which is a little amusing. But I'm also going to have to go get gunpowder from the gunpowder farm so I can make some more rockets. Weird. It's so weird being all on here all by myself. The last buffoon. Okay, yeah, so I was over here. All right, let me see what time it is. It is 4:13. So let me see. I started at 3, so I'm past the standing mode thing, so I have to do that. Whenever the soundtrack runs out, that reminds me of that. When Nebula's not in the stream, not in the chat. So let's restart. Switch to standing mode. There we go. Got my nice Guinness shirt I got for Father's Day. I love this thing. It's so nice. My other Guinness shirt was just so old that it was like gossamer. You could just see right through the fabric. And it's like time for a new Guinness shirt. But things like that have the nostalgia. They're so nostalgic to me. You know, I hate to part with them, but it's fabric. It you know, over 20 years or so. You know, it just. Okay, so let me see. Let me pull that back up like this. And where did that diagram go? There it is. Okay, so this is going to shift in 1. Okay, that's actually good. Again, I think... Oh, well, this just follows that. All right, 1, 2, and 4, like that. Oh, okay. This is good. These next 3 rows are pretty easy to do. Or at least they look like they are. Like that. Great. that. Good. And then this one. Hold the bus. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's looking good. I know I got to sleep, but I want to finish this. Like that. Like that. Two like that. And then 1, 2 like that. And then that one should also be finished. Great. Let's do some sleeping. That's good because that was a major feature. That's a pretty big one. Maybe we do some sleeping like that. It's cool when you look down at the spirals from night without shaders on, you get the glow effect. You can see a little bit of it right there from the sea pickles below, the tens of thousands of sea pickles below. But yeah, it actually looks a little better without shaders on because it was kind of designed that way with the materials and stuff that I used. Great. All right, let's fly back here and have a look. Just as a check. Fuck. Good. All right, and I would like to grab 2 pieces of magenta wool. I want to mark where the 45 is because that's also another nice, easy way to do registration on this, just to make sure that things are lining up. You know, that way you catch mistakes hopefully before they happen. All right, now where do these need to go? All right, what are the last few features on here? They look like this. And let me see, 1, 2, 3 like that. And then this one goes here. And then this one can go here. All right, and that marks the 45 degree angle with that, and that just helps with the symmetry and stuff. It also means on the features from here on out now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but these are all facing horizontally. The next ones from here on down will be all vertically. Right, that way you get this kind of thing, like the lightning path is going like this and then like that. You know, we can't get them to gradually do that. The best we can do is get them facing this way, and it helps just give the illusion of direction a little bit. Right, I know it's a little detail. If you're way down there, you'll never see it, but It's the little details like that that make a nice big difference. Let me see. Okay, this does this. This is a little weird. Because this says we should have 2 blocks here, like that. Then we should have 2 blocks here, like that. Yeah, sometimes you got to make little adjustments here. So let me see. So we've got that. And that means our next feature should come up from here. And these, it may pay to do these vertically. So, 10, okay. But you have to, well, actually you have to follow these though, right? So this starts down here. So this should do 2 like that. Three like that. 4, 5 like that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that. Okay, great. And let's remove these now because they're easy to do since we're already up here. And, you know, at certain points you got to think, what's easier to do? Should I do these in columns or rows? Right, and so the next one will start it should follow the same pattern, but go 1 less. The thing is, though, forward or backwards? We go forward when we get to there. We stay in this plane here. Okay, so switching from rows to columns is a little treacherous here. I don't know if I should. Brain-wise, it's kind of hard to handle. So at least it is for me. Maybe for you guys it's a little easier, but this should be 1 less. Okay, that's good. And this should terminate 2 less from the top, but it needs to start from here. Atop this one. And should I go forward with this or not? Is this on the block or behind it? And this is what kills me with this sometimes. Like that should be over there. This should go forward. I think I'm doing this right. Because, I mean, I do have a feature here. I could use that. I think I'll just use this one. I think this will be more advantageous. So let me see. That's going to start 1 lower and end 2 higher up. Or it's going to end 2 shy of the other one. So this one will go to here and stop. Yeah, and then switching from rows to columns definitely slowed me down a little bit while I have to think about these. I don't want to have to think. Thinking is bad. Let me see. Yeah, sometimes I can just come out here to take a quick look too. Okay, so I'm on row 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing. Starts one below. Hands. Please don't do that. This needs to... This needed to do this on row 3, right? Yes, and so this can do this on row 4. That's right, like that. Okay, that's straightforward. This one drops by 1. Almost there. Great. Okay, so that should be row 5. Right, and one of the things I can do here is to come over here now that I'm doing columns. Oh, guys, this is hard. I was hoping this would be a little faster than this. Let me do some sleeping. Maybe a little sleeping like this. And believe it or not, this is the easy side. The back end of this arc, that's the hard part. So that's 5 rows completed, right? Okay, so this isn't so bad. I'm going to leave this up here for now. We can do this. Like that. Okay, now we're getting into the smaller numbers down here, so this should be a little easier. I was going to have to step out in front, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should stop. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Should only drop down 2. Not good. I think I did this okay. By 2 more. By 1. Aha. 2, 2, 1. It's right there. Got these mixed up. All right. So where the pearls come in handy. That one. So row 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 5 has to be fixed. It's right here. So that's down by 2. This is down by 2. Great. Okay, good. And then 4 right off of this. Now I have a choice. I can go off the back and or off the front. I think I'll go off the front. Thusly. Can I reach that over there? No, I can't. I can reach it from here probably, right? Yep, got it. Take down this nuisance. Yeah, switching to columns from rows has really slowed me down. All right, and then let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I completed that. And then this drops by 1 and goes 3, which is probably here. Like that. Yes. Or, you know, at least it looks okay. Okay, that's good. We got that piece of glass in front. Good. Really like that. And this should be 1, 2, like that. Looking good. On this, should be 2 like that. Uh-oh. That should be 1 like that. And we should be done with that one. Ugh. Oh, viewers, that was so hard to do. Yeah, see, just trying to land on this just so you can see what you're working on. That's what's so hard about this, you know? It's trying to rush through this on the last few days of the server and stuff is just way too hard to do. And again, you know, I'm not complaining about the buffoons. I'm just stating how hard this is to build. That actually came out good though. All right. Okay, Pleasant Players in here. I haven't been looking at the chat. Pleasant player, hello there, hello. Talking to you from the kitchen at my first official day on the job. Pleasant, if it's your first day on the job, please do not be on Twitch. Can't believe the build is almost done. Incredible job, Thunder. Yeah, we have like 4 of these sections, which means we have about 7 of these arcs to do. But we have a plan and we're moving right along on them. So yeah, we should be finished with this. I'm on break. Good. Okay. Please say you're on break. Good. Congrats on the job, by the way. It's always good to have money, especially when you're a young person. Okay, so we're getting down to the last 3 features on this side and we have, let me see, 23 minutes left of the stream. I don't think I'm going to cut it. I did a lot of explanation at the beginning of the stream, but I was really hoping I can do a little bit more than just this. But we'll see. Let's just move along and build. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's go off the last feature of this one. And that would be 2 blocks of dirt, like that. And then coming over here like this and going 1 like that. I think it is harder to build in the columns as opposed to the rows. Let me see. I got those 3. I have 3 more on top. And then this goes up by 2. Okay, so we're finished there. Let's get caught up here. Thanks. It's my uncle's pizza restaurant. A really good food. Hey, I think I remember you and Cyclopsalops talking about that. And I think it was during our Death Swap event that we were working on together, which was a lot of fun, by the way. Oh, wait. I made a slight error here. These 3 are all in the same line. No, they're not. Like that. I think I chose the front one here, but just the same. But that means these all have to be moved back. Okay, I got a little enthusiastic there because I want to finish this. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Let's go. Actually, I just do this over here like that. That's what I need to do. Most difficult Minecraft build ever. And then this one can go out here. Like that. Okay. Like that. It's nighttime. It's raining. We need to sleep. Loved that video. Yeah, that was it. And who wound up editing that for you and Cyclops? Because to edit all that together and make a coherent video is mad skills. Mad skills, I'll tell you. Gonna be making bank. Gonna but so many Minecraft stocks to buy. And H2O hydrate redeem. Right there. And again, always incredibly disturbing to see Gatorade in the beaker. Cyclops editor bug. He resigned, though. Oh, okay. All right, so off to where did we leave? Right there. Okay, so I have those three features there. Then I've got to come forward with these forward. And this is weird because now I have to place dirt under the blocks I want to place. Strange. Like that. Yeah, so working in columns means more dirt. Yep. Now again, I can go back one. Yeah, it's too bad because I can't place the blocks on one another because I need them to be directional. So we're fine on up until we get to the 45s, and that's when we have to change things about. Let me see. This should be 3, and we're in that plane like that. Okay, and then we're 4, and again, I can choose to be in this plane. Like that. Four again. And in this plane, 2, 3. If I do this right, I can place a block there and get it from below. 4. All right, so I just did 4, now I need 3 and 3, and they're both in, looks like this plane. Like that. And then 2 like that. That's a little weird, but let's try it out. Okay, let me see, we have that, and then 1 and 1. Both are in this plane. That should be doable. Then we shift and we do 3. That's a little weird, though. Down here, we come down here, we shift and do... Okay, got it. Shift, I do 1. Yeah, here we go. 2. And then like this. In fact, let's do this first. We'll go from the bottom up. Like that. Okay, we're good. And then we should be finished with that feature. There we go. Okay, so I just completed that. And let's fly off and have a look just to make sure that things are progressing along the way in which we had intended. And that looks like we are right on track. That's beautiful. All right, so we have 2 more features to install on this front face right here. And let's take a look. Oh, let me get caught up in the chat. Quite a few things have happened here. Also, I'm hosting a chess tournament. Very exciting. Is that the one? Is that a video series chess tournament? Are you going to make videos for that? Very exciting. Then I'm going to DC for the next week. Very cool. The Buffoons are very close to DC right now with their BuffoonCon. A good number of us are over there in Maryland. In fact, Shut Mountain was saying earlier that they just came back from the Smithsonian. Then I'm going to live in Maine and take over Canada. If anyone could do it, that would be you, Pleasant Player. Lone Star, woo! Hey, Thunder, how you doing? And Waylander Tone. Tone, how's it going? Good to see you guys. I must head off as my break is up. Please do. I mean, I don't want you to get in trouble at your job. But glad I could pop in and say hi. Pizzas can't make themselves. Darn right. And let me see. Waylander Tone saying it's hot. So over there across the pond is a bit of a heat wave, I think, right? Ironically, because of the El Nino, Southern California is pretty cool. It started to warm up quite a bit today, but for this time of year, it's still quite cool. We're very, very lucky. 66.2 after midnight. Wow. It's hot for the UK, yes. And our houses are made for the cold, yes. Our heat has yet to begin. But like I said, it's probably going to be a cooler summer for us here in SoCal. We're probably going to get quite a bit more rain, too. So for us, that's a really good thing because we so desperately need it. But the house took on quite a bit of water damage, though, because the winter and the summer were so wet for us here. And these houses aren't built for heavy, sustained rain like that. They're not. So tomorrow here, it'll be 82.4. Tomorrow at hottest. Hawk. Mine is not when it's cold here. Mine is freezing. Now, Tone, I'm originally from New England. I'm from the Northeast. So I've been over here for, let me see, 2003, 17, right? 19, I think this is my 20th year here. It is. This is my 20th year here. And I still haven't completely acclimated to Southern California. It's still way too hot for me here. But we have the mountains right next to us. The San Bernardino mountain range is about 50 miles north of us. It's very, very, very close. And those mountains are like 5,000 to 8,000 feet. And so it's pretty cool up there. It's nice. There's water and trees. And in the wintertime, there's snow. So I make trips up there quite often. Reminds me of home. Then I can relax for a little bit. Okay, I feel obligated to at least try to put in these last two features here. One right there and one right there. So let's do that. Let's see if I can peg this landing here, and then we'll pillar up. So I'll be working on this throughout the week. So I'm not really that concerned over what I finish and what I don't finish on the stream. So all right, so let me see how this is going to do. That's those final three. This slides over like that. And does that. Okay. So we're good there. And let me see, we should do, see, I wish I could just, but see, that changes the direction of it. And it makes it difficult to do. So I can't place these against the other frog lights. So I always have to put down dirt at this point. But the thing I'm trying to do is I have 2 rows of 3 like this here, and that's pretty easy to place. So maybe we should build upward from here. So I just did those two features, and it should come out from here. We should have two more right here, and two more up here. And one here, and one here. I think that's how that's supposed to work. So I've got quite a bit of off-camera work that needs to be done here. But I'm quite confident in this, though. We're just removing dirt blocks. Let's go down here to sleep. Hello, Ziggy. Yeah, see, the glow feature from this is a lot better at night without the shaders on. It still looks cool with the shaders on. Yeah, it still looks cool with the shaders on. That was a lot of sea pickles to be placed down there. Yeah, I don't know if Nova or Chris are going to take this copy of the Buffooncraft map, because then the stats might be mucked up, right? So I don't know if they're going to take this or not. Let me see. What was I doing? I just fell off the ledge, right? Do I need to resupply with anything? Probably get a little bit more dirt while I'm down here. Well, my computer is next to my window, and I just get a draft all the time. I will be sitting here freezing in the winter. It's phenomenal. You know, people often forget how much heat the PCs give off. I mean, if you're in a smallish room and you have one decent-sized PC, I'll bet you it winds up keeping the room pretty warm. And in the summertime, it's unbearable. It's the freaking power supplies are so huge now. You know, you're getting up to 1,000 watt power supplies as being standard. That's tough, man. That is tough. Okay, I think my top features here are all set. So I have that, and then I have that. Let me see, this. I have 2 and 2. Let me pillar up here and have a look. And then 2 rows of 3. Right, and then a couple of rows of 2. So I'm coming off of that. I should be doing this now. Yes. Like this. It should be like that. And like that. That's what I'm thinking. All right, and then the next ones down below this. Let me see, this does this kind of a thing. And I think it's actually going to do that. Then we're going to have to move forward some. Are we? No, we'll be fine. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Like that, and then. One on the bottom like that. Okay, we should be good. Then we have our last feature. We only have 4 minutes left of the stream, but I will post an update pic on our Discord. So I'll finish this up on stream and finish the entire arc tonight, and then I'll put I'll post a pic on stream for that. Let's get a view here. Ouch! Come on, really? So annoying. Okay, that's better. All right, so today we built these flares all the way down to here. There's one more flare to install there, and then we have to do the back side down there, which is going to be hard. We have a little bit of demolition we have to do on this side as well, because this side actually came out fairly well, but this side was a disaster. So, but it should be a heck of a lot easier now that I have my plan. So, and then let me see. Let's fly on down from here and have a look. And in fact, we'll take this right from the observation tower here. And hopefully it'll render in. Yeah, so that's the idea. So you can see where we have the final flare right there. It's got to be installed right in here. We have a little bit of cleanup that has to be done there and there. Right. Those are registration markers, but maybe those can come out. And then we have to work on this backside. We have to demolish that and get that out of there because that's jank. But that's the idea. And then these kind of flaring features will also be on that arc and around that side too. So let's take a look. Well, at least your computer won't overheat. It might not. You know, I have 2 of them now. And both are still being run with air coolers. You know, I don't have liquid cooling on either one of those. But I think they're going to be okay. You know, I've got a 10 by 10 room here with the ceiling probably at this end. Tops out at 12 feet at that end and possibly 10 feet at this end. So it's I got quite a bit of volume. We got quite a bit of airflow through here. So it should be okay. And I mean, your build is phenomenal. Oh, thanks. My room is big. It's dining room joined to the kitchen. Oh, good. That helps. Remember, you didn't get all the dirt blocks. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that. Post 2 pics a day and 1 a night. And then I need a new computer, at least a new graphics card. I hear you. You know, I had to wind up biting the bullet and getting that latest PC this past winter. Uh-oh. You see the lightning strike there? That was cool. Speaking of which, I think that's a good note on which to sign off. So earlier in the season, you may have remembered, around Halloween, I got myself a skeleton horse. We had a lightning strike at spawn, and it produced a trap horse. And for someone defeated the Skelly Riders. And there was 1 horse remaining, and they just left it there. And so I claimed it, and I named it Samhain, because that's the Celtic holiday associated with Halloween. And but I think it was last month, or maybe the month before, he died in a portal. And I was so heartbroken. That's why I usually don't have pets in Minecraft, because they always die. And especially the horses. Oh my God, the horses die. So I lost Samhain. But as I was feverishly working on this in the final days of the season, we did have a lightning strike. And the lightning struck and actually hit the disc under the water and produced a trap horse on the back part of the hand right over there. And so I fought the riders, and it's really hard to kill them without killing the horses. But I got 2 back. So, all hail the return of Samhain. I got my buddy back. Woo! And not only that, but we got him a friend. Belchania. So cool. So much justice. At the end of the season, I got my friend back. So, very, very cool. All right, let me see. I just got a new PC as I saved up a lot of money to buy my first house. Oh, yes. Okay, Lone Star. Had enough money left over to treat myself. Nice. And, I think I said this in somebody else's stream, but congrats again on the new house. Okay, with that, I think I'm going to sign off here. And again, I'll finish up that arc later on tonight. Let's do this. Am I trying to fly with a carrot? No. There we go. That's why I now carry the rockets in the left hand, so I don't do that anymore. There we go. Okay. If I set my render distance, I don't know if my render distance is going to max out. I think on my server, remember, I'm not actually on the Buffooncraft server if you're just joining us. I downloaded the copy from Nova. Nova passed the copy of the Season 4 map over to me, and I loaded it up on Generations. And I think 18 is the max chunk rendering I have on this. Yeah, see, I'm already at max, so I think the server tops out at 18. So I can't quite get those last pieces in there to render in. But maybe if I get a little bit closer, like right... You know what? That's close enough. Yeah, right on the edge of the block here. Like that. Okay, there we go. That's still my favorite view of coming down from Kai's place down into my camp and down. That's my favorite view of all. It's so cool. In fact, that's a little bit better perspective sometimes when you do that. Okay, with this, let us log off here. Let me see. To whom shall we raid out? I'm just hoping the disability tribunals go my way. If so, they owe me between 3 and 9K in back pay. Good luck with that. Hope that goes well. So new computer time, yes. Chris, the IT guy's nephew, Explodin, is streaming right now. So maybe we'll go raid him. Let's set up that raid. And let me make sure I get the case right on his... There we go. Is that a 0? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do a raid. So there's the raid message. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us. And I always encourage people to join us. Even if you can't stay, at least drop in and say hi. And if you feel so inclined, follow, maybe even a sub. That would be super, super cool. Family-friendly raiders. Exploding sometimes has some mature language a little bit in there. So I just want to give you the heads up on that. And let's see. Let's get that raid going here. I think I have that typed correctly. Yes, I do. Okay, and that is counting down. All right. Let me see. We do this Buffooncraft stream every Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Friday will be my last season 4 stream, and all of this will be finished. It will, trust me. Then there'll be a bit of a break. I'm off to Taiwan for a few weeks, and when I return, we should be well into Buffooncraft Season 5 at that time. So there will be a little bit of a break. Next stream will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time, and as usual, I have no idea what Kachi wants to do. It's probably going to be Roblox, though. Yes. And let me see. Then Wednesday, we'll be doing Generations from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we should be in the creative test world knocking out some Baby Zombie Rush design stuff. So without further ado, let us go and raid Explode. Thank you, everybody, for dropping by. And especially, the buffoons who are out in Maryland right now, BuffoonCon 2023, and having a great time out there and stuff. I'm envious. I wish I could be there with you, but please be safe out there, especially on your journeys home, because that's going to be wrapping up soon, I believe, and hope to see everybody very, very soon. Raiding out now. Bye for now, everyone.